Hi everyone, this is Kruti Jai Pancholi, Assistant Professor in LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. This video is about subject Analog and Digital Communication System. From this video, you will learn about generation of AM. Till now, we studied about the amplitude modulation principles. We derived the equation of the amplitude modulated wave. We have also done the AM power calculations. Now, thus generally, the generating circuits for the AM wave, they are referred to as the amplitude modulator circuit. Now, these amplitude modulator circuit that is divided into the two parts. One is known as the low level modulation and another one is referred to as a high level modulation. Here you can see that this equation we derived in the previous videos. It is about VAM is equal to PC sin omega CT plus MVC by 2 cos omega C minus omega M into T minus MVC by 2 cos omega C plus omega M into T. We learned that the first component, which is referred to as the carrier wave, and these are the two sideband. It is the lower sideband, it is the upper sideband. So now basically we need a circuitry, we need a circuits which will generate such kind of the waves. So now basically if I'll say the basic principle behind the amplitude modulation circuit is that I need a one multiplier. That multiplier will multiply my two signal. One is the modulating signal, baseband signal, information signal or the message signal. Another signal which I require, it's a carrier signal. So this carrier signal and modulating signal get multiplied by the analog multiplier. Now the analog multiplier will multiply and which produces the AM modulated output. So now the circuitry that we need to learn, I said that generation of the AM modulating circuit are two types: low power modulator, high power modulator. According to the power level, it is divided into the two parts. Low power level modulator will work on the low power and the high power modulator will work on the high power. So normally the low power modulators that uses the multipliers and amplifiers. The issue behind this low power amplifier is linear amplifier must be used, however are not so efficient when it comes to the high power transfer and it is having the low efficiency. Now this is the diagram of the low level modulator. Here you can see in this the low level modulator. Low level means low power modulator. The one modulating, so modulating signals are there and that modulating signal which is applied to the low level modulator. Now here in the low level modulator signal, initial level the signals that is not amplified and which is having the low power level. But now when it will be modulated, after that these signals that can be amplified so that it can transmitted via the antenna. This wideband power amplifier that is used to prevent the two sideband which is appear in the amplitude modulated output. So here the thing keep in mind is low level modulator. So low power level signals are there. Even RF carrier signal is also not amplified, as well as the modulating signal is not amplified. But when it produces the amplitude modulated output, it is amplified by the power amplifier and which will be transmitted via the antenna. So this way the generation of the AM wave which takes place at the low power level and the generated AM signal which is amplified using a chain of the linear amplifiers such as the class A, class B and the class AB amplifiers, and which can avoid the waveform distortion, and at this particular level the efficiency is not very good for such kind of the modulator. Next is high power modulator. At high power level that uses the non-linear amplifier and which provides the higher frequency. Here you can see in the block diagram of the high level modulator, we have the modulating signal and the RF carrier oscillator. Now before at the input and both the signals that are first of all amplified. After amplified, the amplitude modulator will produces the amplitude modulated output. So this is the modulating signal. It is the wideband power amplifier which will amplify the modulating signal, and it is over here we have the high power modulating signal. Here the RF carrier oscillator, it is the again the power amplifier which will amplify the RF carrier signal, and after the amplification of both the signals it is given to the AM modulator, and AM modulator will produce the high level signal. So it is transmitted by the antenna. So this way it is the difference between the high level and the low level modulator. So we can keep in mind the AM modulator circuit two types. Low level modulation. Modulation takes place at low carrier amplitude level. The modulated carrier is then amplified and transmitted. High level modulation. The carrier is amplified fully, then modulation takes place. Modulator has to operate at high power level. The modulated signal is then transmitted directly. Now today in this video we will learn about the low level modulator. So low level modulator, then the single transistor emitter modulator that will work for the low power level. So we will discuss that two modulator in detail. So low level modulator, this is the diagram of the low level modulator which uses the FET field effect transistor and it uses the op-amp. Here the op-amp is connected in a as a non-inverting amplifier for the carrier signal, and the gain for this op-amp, it is the 1 plus RF upon RI. Okay, so RF value, that is the fixed value, and the RI value that can be produced by this JFET, and it's a variable value. So a negative DC bias that is applied to the base of the FET, and it is the reverse bias. And now the input that will come through the C1, that is the coupling capacitance. So over here in the resistance of the JFET, that will change according to the modulating signal amplitude. So the modulating signal amplitude increases or decreases, the resistance offered by this JFET, that is also changes, and due to that the gain of the amplifier, that is also change due to the modulating signal. So therefore the carrier signal which is applied at the non-inverting terminal, and it will be amplified and gives the output that is the more positive going modulating signal. Now the gain will increases, okay, as the RI value that is decreases. So RI value that is decreases, that depends on what? That depends on the modulating signal input. So RI signal that is decreases, gain is increases, and when the modulating signal that's positive, Okay, the modulating signal, that is a positive, the value of this resistance that is less. So hence it provides the less amplification, and this way we can produce the output at the output end. So this way we can say that here the carrier amplitude, that is either changing or increasing or decreasing, that depends upon the modulating signal input. So here the operation that is again described. Op-amp is connected as a non-inverting amplifier. Gain is 1 plus Rf upon Ri. So Ri increases or decreases, according to that the gain can be changed. DC, negative DC bias, that is applied, okay, to the JFET. A modulating signal is applied through the coupling capacitor C1. Resistance of the JFET will change in accordance with the modulating signal amplitude, okay, and due to that the gain that can be also changed. Carrier signal is applied onto the non-inverting terminal and will get amplified more for the positive going modulating signal. Gain will increase as Ri decreases when the modulating signal positive, and less amplification is provided to the carrier for negative going modulating signal. So this way we can produce the AM output. The another method of generating the AM wave, that is the single transistor emitter modulator. Now here in the diagram you can see that the single transistor that is used, okay, and for producing the AM wave. So now it is this diagram that you have already studied in the earlier semester. It is similar to the class A amplifier and class A amplifier circuit, and which is also known as the emitter modulator circuit, and which can works as a amplitude modulator. Now this circuit that has the two input, one input is the audio transformer through modulating signal Vm, and here the carrier voltage Vc, that are the two input for this circuit. Now when the modulating signal which is not applied, or you can say the it is absent, so when the modulating signal is absent, only the carrier signal which is present, okay, and this circuit that will totally work as a class A amplifier, only we get the amplification of the carrier signal at the output point. But the modulating signal, when it is applied, when the modulating signal is applied through this emitter end, okay, the transistor that will operate as a non-linear device, okay, and multiplication of the carrier and the modulating signal that will takes place. So now the gain of the amplifier, that is also depending upon the modulating signal voltage. So modulating signal voltage that changes, okay, according to that the gain of the amplifier that can be also changes. So that way the gain that is that can be varied according to the gain can be also varied according to the modulating voltage, and hence we can say that the modulation index, okay, that is proportional to the amplitude of the modulating signal. So this way we can also write the gain equation for this. Okay, so now we'll see in this small signal class A amplifier, two input RF carrier and modulating signals are there for this circuit. When the modulating signal is absent, the circuit works that acts as a class A amplifier. When the modulating signal is applied, transistor operates, sorry, this is not the transmitter, transistor that operates as a non-linear device, and multiplication of the carrier and the modulating signal will takes place. The gain varies in the sinusoidal manner of a rate of a frequency. modulation index that is proportional to the Vm or the Em. Voltage gain is A is equal to AQ 1 plus small m sine 2 pi FMT, where AQ is the voltage gain without the modulation, small m is the modulation index, Fm is the modulating frequency of the AM wave. Modulating signal applied at the emitter of the transistor drives into the saturation and cutoff. This voltage at the collector include carrier modulating signal LSB and USB. The unwanted signal is removed by the coupling capacitor C2 and we get the AM wave output. The disadvantage of this system, that is the low efficiency, incapable of producing the high output power. So this is the waveform of the amplitude emitter modulator. This is the collector voltage, it's a modulating signal, and it is the envelope of the AM wave. So in the next video we will learn about the medium power AM modulator and the high power AM modulator. So thank you very much everyone.